Good morning, everyone, or good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are. We have some East Coasters live today, so good afternoon to you. Today we are focusing on lower body and our abs. If you haven't seen my face before, my name is Jessica. Thank you so much for joining. Today we are going to do a little bit slower movements than we normally do. If you joined in on Monday, we did a pretty intense session on Monday, so I'm going to tone down the cardio just a little bit for you, and we're really going to focus on slower, very focused movements for our lower body and for our abs. So for today, you are going to need two things. One is a stool or a chair or a table, whatever works for you that can actually support your weight. And then the second thing you're going to need is water. Also, music, I know, is very personal for everyone on what they prefer to listen to while they work out. So if you want to listen to today's track that I put together, it's kind of an alternative rock-ish kind of track. For those of you live with me, I sent you a link to it. For those of you watching this video, just go into the description. The link is in the description as an Apple Music playlist. So I'm going to give you guys just a second to get to your music. I recommend putting it on your phone. If you're watching this on your computer, just using a separate device so you can still hear me as we go through the movement. So I'm just going to give you a 3, 2, 1 to count down and press play. So 3, 2, 1, and play. We're going to start with our usual warm-up. Go ahead and get into our long runner's lunge and our dragonfly twist. So our feet are going to be like they're on train tracks. Come down with your right arm supporting your weight along with your left foot. Left arm is going to thread through, and we're going to twist up to the sky 10 times. Halfway. Last one, let's switch feet. So step your left foot back, bring your right foot forward, long lunge, thread that right arm through and twist up. Inhale under, exhale to twist. Abs in tight. And we're going to move down to our second move, which is push-ups. These can be assisted or unassisted. Assisted meaning your knees are on the ground. If your knees are on the ground, just make sure your weight is up in your arms and your feet are in the air. We're going to do 10 push-ups. Last one. And lower all the way to your belly. Arms out in front of you for support. Kick that left foot up and twist it over to touch the floor on the opposite side. Get a nice spinal wake up here. Wake up our core. If you can't touch the floor with your foot, no worries at all. Just get as far as you can. 5 more on each side. If you want a little bit more stretch, you can come down to a T. And this will help give a little bit of a shoulder stretch, a little upper body stretch as well. Two more each side. And flip it over for our starfish. So on our back, feet out straight, arms up overhead. Move your hips so your low back is imprinted into the mat. Ribs down, abs engaged. Left foot, right arm. We're gonna touch our ankle, our knee, our toes, wherever we can touch. Make sure we're coming all the way up off the floor with our shoulder and resetting between each side. Keep your toes pointed. One more. And we're gonna bring it up for static lunges. So here our feet are going to be not nearly as wide as our mat. We're gonna be about a foot shorter on each side. Left foot, toes are facing towards the mat. Right leg, heel is up off the ground. To make sure we're not going forward, just kind of twist your pelvis, do a little front twist, and we're gonna come straight down so both of our knees are at 90 degrees. We're gonna keep going down for 10 pulses. And switch legs. Same thing, right foot, toes facing the mat, back heel off the ground. Again, in this position, our booty likes to stick out, so we're going to twist our hips to come straight down. Last one. And we are finished with our warm-up. So we're gonna start with a Tabata abs. You're going to need your stool. So with our Tabata abs, we're gonna do 30 seconds active, 15 seconds rest. The first move is going to be in and out. So we're gonna have our fingers facing our bum. Our chest is nice and shined forward, abs in tight. We're gonna go to each side of our stool for 30 seconds active. Then we are going to do twists for the second round. So we're gonna stay in tight, twist, go to the side of the stool. Twist, side of the stool. Really hit our obliques here. And then we'll go back to our regular in and outs. If this is too much on your arms, you can come down to forearms and do this on your forearms. It's gonna be a little easier on your abs, a little easier on your arms. Or if you wanna get more challenging, remove the arms and do this completely balancing. So get to your mat, get your stool in place. Starting with our basic in and out. We have 8 rounds total, so 4 of each. 3, 2, 1. Keep your feet together. You're halfway. All right, we get 15 seconds break. Then we are going to twist back and forth. If you want to round out your back during your twist, you're welcome to do that. All right, twist. It's kind of a nice little low back massage at the same time. Keep those feet glued together, toes pointed. Abs in tight. 3, 2, 1. All right, get a little break. Again, you can round out your back here. 3, 2, and back to in and out. Feet pointed. Keep those legs glued together. And bring it in, round out your back. 3, 2, and we're twisting. Abs in tight. Make sure that back stays neutral. Legs glued together. 3, 2, 1. All right, we're halfway. Roll it in. 3, 2. All right, in and out. Abs in tight. Protect that low back. 3, 2, 1. All right, curl it in. 3, 2. Twisting. Your abs should be nice and awake if they aren't already. 3, 2, 1. One more round each. Curl it in. 3. All right, in and out. Last time for in and out. Keep that stomach pulled in. Legs glued together. Shine that heart forward. 3, 2, 1. Curl it in. 3. And our last twist. 1. Don't forget to breathe. Abs in tight. 3, 2, 1. And our Tabata abs are finished. Got the tiger for you. Grab some water. And we will begin our first circuit. We've got 3 circuits today. All right, you still need your stool? We are going to be doing elevated bridges. So, bum is gonna come nice and close to the stool. Right foot is going to be on the stool. Make sure your right foot is in the middle of the stool. Left foot is bent in a tabletop position. Arms are flat on the mat with your palms down. We're going to come up and just pulsate up and down. Our bum is not going to touch the floor until we're finished with each set. All right, foot ready. Tabletop position with your left leg. Hands down on the mat. Push it up and pulse. Exhale up, inhale down. 5 more. All right. If you have your stool moving around like mine, just grab something heavy on the other side of it so it doesn't move around. All right, we're gonna switch legs. Right foot goes on. No, left foot goes on. Right foot up in tabletop. Arms down to the mat. Push it up. And we're gonna pulse for 15. Abs in tight. Squeeze that glute. And bring it down. Next, we are doing split lunges. So, feet are gonna be quite a ways away from each other. Right foot facing the front of your mat. Left foot, the toe is gonna come up to the middle of your stool. Hop out so you're nice and wide. You're gonna have a little weight in your toe, and your weight for the front leg is gonna be in your heel. We're gonna come straight down and back up with 2 pulses at the bottom, 15 total. Bring it down. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Abs in tight. Weight in that heel. Five more. Last one. Switching your legs. Left foot comes back onto the stool. Hop it out so your feet are nice and far apart. Find your balance. Weight is in your heel. Abs are in tight to find your balance. And straight down with 2 pulses, each down, 15 total. Don't forget to breathe. Two more. And bring it up. Switching back to our bridges. Because we're not doing intense cardio here, we're not getting any breaks. We're going right into the next one. So, left foot on the stool. Palms down on the mat. Right foot in tabletop, toe pointed. Push it up. And 15 pulses. Abs in tight, glutes nice and engaged. 5 more. And bring it down. Switching legs. Right foot on the stool. Left foot in tabletop. Toes pointed. Palms on the floor. Push it up. And 15 pulses. Five more. And bring it down. Split lunges again. Left foot on the stool. Hop your right foot out. Weight in your heel and some weight in your toes. Your front toes should be able to come up off of the mat the entire time. You don't have to keep them off the mat the entire time, but they should be able to. All right, 2 pulses on each dip, 15 total. 1. 5 more. Abs in tight. Last one. And switch your legs. Right foot on. Pop the left out. And lower it down. 2 pulses each time. Don't forget to breathe. Five more, abs in tight. And bring it up. Back down. Last round. Right foot on. Left foot in tabletop. Palms on the floor. Abs in tight. Lift it up. And down for 15. Really squeeze that glute at the top. 3 more. And lower it down. Switch your legs. Hopefully your stool's behaving better than mine is. There we go. All right, left foot up. Right in tabletop. And let's go. Keep going. And back to our split lunges. Left foot on. Hop that right foot out. legs here. Find your balance, find your breath, and bring it down. 2 pulses. Abs in tight. 3 more. And switch your legs. Hop it out. And we're going to lower it down. Again, weight in your heels. Toes can come off the mat. Knee is not going over our toe. Two, 3 more. And grab water. All right, 1 minute cardio in between. All right, cardio is toe pops to start with. 1 minute. If you're on the track with me, find that beat. Double the beat if you want to go harder. Halfway, keep going. Five more seconds. And you're finished. Grab some water again. All right, next round. First move is hip thrusts. So your back is going to be on the stool. Basically, the edge of the stool or chair, whatever you're using, should be right below your shoulder blades. You're gonna come up into a bridge. We're going to lower our hips and push it back up. Abs in really tight the entire time. Squeeze your glutes up at the top. 15. Inhale, exhale to push up. 3 more. And lower it down. Now we have no stool for this one. We're going to be in our wide sumo stance. Your feet are slightly pointed outwards, about 30 degrees or so. Also a goddess squat, either way you want to call it, sumo goddess. I got ladies on today, we'll call it goddess squat. We're gonna come down to a full squat, right heel up, left heel up, both heels up, jump, and then back. When you jump, stay in your squat. So, squat down, right, left, both, jump. Squat down, 1, 2, both, jump. If you don't want to jump, just come up to your tiptoes. Three more. Last one. And next, you're gonna need your stool again. Here, we are going to do 3 different step ups. I'm gonna come up closer. You can see my feet this way. Okay, so you're gonna come to the side of your stool. Outside foot is going to come up, step up, and down. Left foot up, and to the side. Left foot up, back to the side. Then we will switch. Right foot up, down. Right foot up, down. Right foot up, down. This is gonna feel like nothing to start with, but it's really working all parts of our glutes today, as well as our quads. So, starting on the side of your stool, you're gonna be kind of towards the back of the side of the stool. Left foot up to the middle of the stool. Here, kind of push your weight in so you really feel that stretch in the side of your bum. Come up, down. Again, squat in and kind of push up so you really engage all of your muscles to the side. And again, squat down a little bit, push up, back to the side. Then we're going to go right foot on. Squat to where you feel that stretch. Push up to the back. Push up to the side. Push up. If this is to keep going, everyone. If this is too much for your knees, if stepping up is too hard, you're gonna do lunges instead. You're gonna go reverse lunge, curtsy lunge. Reverse lunge, up. Reverse lunge, curtsy lunge. Reverse lunge, up. That way it's less pressure on your knees if stepping up and coming down is hard on you. All right, everybody looks like they're on their side now. Bring it up. To the side. I did that backwards. All right. Opposite. Outside leg. Outside leg. Outside leg. Really feel that stretch when you come up. Engage all of those muscles. Outside, push and engage. outside. Outside leg. Your legs should be warming up now. Outside. Two more. Don't forget to breathe. Last one. And get your stool to where you can do your hip thrusts. Shoulder blades on the stool. The end of the stool should be right where your shoulder blades end. Legs out so you're in a full reverse tabletop. Abs in tight, glutes engaged. Bring it down, push it up. Inhale, exhale. Pretend someone's pushing on you. Make this a little hard for yourself. Feet stay on the mat. Abs stay engaged. Booty is nice and engaged. Squeeze those muscles. Two more. And sumos, goddesses. All right, out wide. Feet are diagonal. Squat it down. Right foot, left foot, both foot, jump. Again, you can just do tiptoes here if the jumping is too much impact. Two more. And into our step ups or reverse lunges, whichever way is good for you. Again, if you want to do reverse lunges, we're going to come back to a reverse lunge, side curtsy, back, back, side curtsy, back, and up. Whichever way you want. Start on the side of your stool. All right. Left foot up, bend, Engage all of these muscles and push it up. And opposite side. Opposite. Good job for those of you doing your lunges. For those of you doing lunges, make sure your knees are not coming over your toes. Take it nice and slow. Control that movement. Really embrace the burn. Whoop, this way. I start watching you guys and then my brain forgets what I'm doing. All right, last one. Nice work. Into our last one. Hip thrusters again. All right. Shoulder blades on. Scoot down to where the base of them are coming off of the stool, just on the edge of the stool. Legs out long. Full reverse tabletop here. Hands are not helping you. Abs in tight. Thrust it forward. You can have your hands behind your neck if you'd like to give your neck a little support. Again, pretend like someone's pushing on your hips. Make this harder for yourself. Engage those glutes. Abs stay engaged. Try to keep your ribs down. Two more. And into your sumos. Wide legs. Find your breath. Down, right, left, both. Two more. fine. I see quite a few people doing reverse lunge style. Maybe they don't have a stool, so I'm gonna do that one with you this time. All right. When we reverse it back, make sure you're coming back pretty far. Back, side, back, bending your back knee each time. All right, bring it back to the side, to the back, and up. Switch your legs. Woo. For those of you still using the stool, great job, keep it going. Really squat down into each step. One more, each leg. Great job. Shake it out. Grab some water. Second round of cardio is butt kicks. If you want the cardio to be harder, if you want to do burpees, anything you want, you can do any cardio you want. I'm just trying to keep our intensity down a little bit more than we usually do because Monday ended up being more intense than I planned for you guys. So, 1 minute. And butt kicks. Really try to get that heel to your butt. Control your breath. Breathe in for 4, breathe out for 4. You're almost there. And you're finished. Grab some water. Last circuit. All right, we're gonna do inner thigh work. We've got a lot of hamstring and quads today, so let's make sure we balance it out. We're gonna lay down on our back. Legs are gonna come out forward. We're gonna go out, cross, cross, out, cross, cross, out. I'm gonna do it this way for decency. Your top body is up in a light crunch. Hands supporting your neck. Legs up straight. Out, cross, cross. Abs in tight, low back on the mat. Five more. And we did split lunges. Now we're gonna do split squats. So instead of being facing forwards, we're facing sideways. So side of our foot is on. When we do this, let's do it this way so you can see real quick. We're really gonna push our butt back. So from here, with our lunges, we're going down. With our squats, we're going back. So again, our knee is not gonna come over our toe. Really push that beautiful bum back. All right, hop it out. Again, not coming down, butt back. Feel like someone's grabbing your hips and pulling you back. Front toe on the ground should be facing forward. And squat it down. All your weight should be in your heel. Really pushing that bum backwards. Last one. And we're gonna switch sides. If you don't have a stool to do this, you can still do it. You're just gonna keep, we'll do this side, this foot facing up so you're not using it at all. Pushing back. All right. Right foot on the stool. Got 15 on each side. Foot facing forward. Someone's grabbing your hips and really pulling you backwards. Push that bum back. Get as low as you can. Two more. And bring it up. Stool comes out of the way. And we've got our inner thighs. If you want to give your upper body a break, you can stay down the entire time. Just keep your arms in a T. Make sure your ribs stay down and your abs stay engaged. Low back and press into the mat. Don't forget to breathe. You got 4 more. And hug it in. Rock side by side. And to our squats. Grab your stool. Nice wide stance. Foot facing forward. Someone's grabbing those hips and really pulling you back. Get that beautiful bump. Push as far back as you can. 15 on each side. Get as low as you can. We're focusing on single legs a lot today because a lot of times our body compensates for weakness on one side. So this way we're really making sure both sides are strengthening and growing at the same intensity. 5 more. Last one. And switch sides. Front leg forward, toes facing front. Grabbing your hips, pushing it back. Make sure that knee stays over your ankle. One side you'll feel a little bit more intensity than the other side. That's totally normal. Our sides are not equal. Squeeze that glute. Five more. Keep going. My stool's not cooperating today. And inner thighs. Again, you can be in a crunch up, or you can have your hands out to a T, whatever you would like. Legs straight up, low back into the mat. If you're in a T, you don't have to worry about your neck. If you're crunched up, go ahead and put your hands behind your neck for support. Don't pull on them. Keep your chin away from your chest. Abs in tight, ribs down. You're halfway. Last one. Hug it in. Rock it side to side. And last round of side squats. Hop it out. Make sure your toes are facing front. Push that bum back. And 15 each side. Last one. And switch sides. Hop it out. Toes facing front. Thumb back. And 15. Then we have 1 more minute of cardio. And then we get to stretch. Two more. And we are done. All right. We are going to do our forward, fold, flow. 3 times. So up overhead, dive it forward, half lift up. Let's hang forward for just a minute. Let those hamstrings get a little stretch. Micro bend in those knees if you need to, or big bend in your knees if you need to. All right, half lift up, forward fold, reach it up, inhale, reach, exhale to the right. Inhale, reach, exhale to the left. Inhale, reach, catch your back bend. Dive it forward, half lift, and down. Reach it up. Inhale, reach, exhale to the side. Inhale, reach, exhale to the side. Inhale, back bend, and dive it forward. 1 more time, half lift. Reach it up. To the right. To the left. And dive it forward. Let's make those legs a little wider. And just enjoy a forward fold. Enjoy that stretch. Breathe into those hamstrings. Come over to your left side. And breathe. Walk it over to the right. Walk it to the center. Few breaths here. And walk it in. Roll it up. And roll it back down. And walk it out to your down dog. Walk your dog. You have shoes on. Your shoes can come off at this point if you want to. They don't have to. All right, hold it with your left leg straight, your right leg bent. And switch sides. Push against that mat, really feel that stretch. And we're gonna go right leg up. Swing it through to between your hands. Drop your back knee, release your foot, and push up to a crescent lunge. Really feel that stretch in the front of your right hip, no, left hip. If holding your weight up is too much, keep your hands down. Lock your foot out if you need a little bit more of a stretch. If you're up in a high lunge, woo, crescent lunge, and your hip will cooperate with you, go ahead, raise your arms up to the ceiling. All right, push it back to a half split. Let's just hold it here for a few breaths. If you need a block under your butt, grab a block. All right, walk it forward. Curl that back toe. Raise up that leg. Weight into your hands. And let's bring it down to a pigeon. Walk that back foot back. Once you're comfortable with the stretch here, you can release down to your forearms. If you're comfortable here, release down all the way. Play with your hips a little here. Feel the stretch all the way through. Few breaths here. Count into 4. Exhale to 4. All right, come up to your forearms if you're down. Come up to your hands if you're not there. Shift your weight so you're not sitting on your hip. Left foot comes up. Right hand twists back to grab it. Really open up our quads here. Few more breaths. If you can, bring your foot in a little closer. All right, release that foot. Curl that toe. Push it up. You can go right into a side angle. I'm just gonna switch sides so you can see what I'm doing. You're gonna come up into a side lunge, forearm on your knee, and Reach that left side up. If you feel comfortable, bring that right hand down inside of your foot. Woo. My hips are too tight for that. Make sure you have a nice straight line from your foot to your hand. Maybe your hips opened up a little bit. You can try to come down to your hand. Woo. Mine has not. And we're gonna switch sides. This side might be more open. You can bring your hand down to the mat if you can. And hands come down. We're gonna switch the direction of our hips and we're gonna bring it down to that crescent lunge. Drop that back knee, release that foot. If you can, bring it up and just feel that stretch down the front of your hip. Again, your hands can be down or your hands can be resting or you can be all the way up, hands facing the ceiling. We're gonna push it back to our half split. That block can be underneath your bum if you need to. Front foot flexed. Try to bring your head closer to the mat as you breathe. We're gonna walk it forward into pigeon. Again, we're gonna curl that back foot, push it up, weight into our hands, release that leg, and walk it back. Again, you can play with your hip here, so where you feel the stretch. Come down to your forearms if you would like. Come down all the way if you'd like. Few breaths here. Inhale to 4, exhale to 4. If you're all the way down, come to your forearms. Then push it up to your hands. Make sure we rotate so our hip is even. Back leg comes up. We're gonna twist and grab that foot. If you can, bring that foot a little closer to your bum. Really feel that stretch in your quad. Only where there's a stretch though, don't let it hurt. And release. Curl that toe. Push back to down dog. Push the mat away from you. And gaze up to your fingertips, walk it forward. In the front of your mat, let's bring it down. We're gonna rock and roll 10 times and then we get our 5-minute meditation. Bounce to the back of your bum and roll it. Nice back massage here. Four more. Last one. And get into your comfortable meditation position. You could be seated, you could be in a chair, you could be laying down in Savasana, whatever is comfortable for you. If you are joining me, get into your comfortable position. If you are not joining for meditation, if it's not your thing, no worries at all. Thank you so much for joining and tune in next time. We're gonna do a 5-minute body scan.
Rest your hands gently on your knees or cup them softly in your lap. Relax your neck. As you become still, bring your attention to the breath, the calming breath, the soothing breath, the breath that connects the mind and body. Notice how it draws into your body and as it leaves your body. And now we'll begin scanning the body. So bring your attention to your head, feeling into your scalp, forehead, and face. You might notice tingling or tension, throbbing or soft vibrations. If you don't notice anything, don't worry. All that matters is you experience whatever is there. And now lower your focus to the neck, letting the throat and sides and back of the neck soften. And if you notice any tension, see if you can allow it to relax. Now bring your attention to the shoulders, noticing what's here. Whatever you observe is perfectly fine. Bring your attention to your arms and hands, observing any sensations that arise on the surface of the skin or deeper within. Inhale and exhale, softening this entire area. chest and torso. Notice how the lungs expand and contract. Expand. Drop your attention to your abdomen. Notice it filling up with air. And then on the exhale, slowly empty. And now scan your back and experience whatever's there. There's no right or wrong, but if you notice any intensity, try directing the breath into those areas to help them soften. And then bring your attention to your pelvis and hips. Notice where you make contact with your chin. And scan your legs, circling your attention gently around your thighs. And all the way to your feet and your toes. Letting them relax and become soft. Now settle into the stillness that comes from paying attention to your body, part by part. And when you're ready, wiggle your fingers and toes. Bring your attention back to the room and open your eyes. Enjoy this relaxed, peaceful state. Take it with you into your day.
Roll over to one side. Slowly bring it up to an easy seated position. Whatever is comfortable for you. All right. For everyone who joined me live, thank you so much for tuning in. Thanks for always coming in and giving your body a nice little focus, a little workout. Hopefully you felt a little more concentrated movements today, a little bit more focus on our full lower body as well as our abs. Saturday coming up, we're going to do a full body high intensity training, so kind of similar to Monday, but our full entire body. Then on Mondays we do upper body and abs, and then of course like today on Thursdays we do lower body and abs. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe to this channel. Please follow us on Instagram and Facebook at JWaugh Fitness. You can also follow our new collaboration with Kat Thomas, the Wine Goddess, and myself, which is called CORE, C-O-R-E. We are on Instagram and on Facebook. It's a private group on Facebook, so just submit a little request and we will bring you right into the group. We do yoga, meditation, strength training like today, functional fitness. We're going to do some beverage education as well. Kat and I are both in the wine business, so we'll be doing some beverage trainings from wine, sake, everything you could think of, and just a big community support for our industry and becoming more focused on our health and our mind and our body as a whole. If you haven't already started following Kat Thomas, please do so. You can follow her at Wine Goddess LV for Las Vegas on Instagram, Facebook, and on YouTube. Otherwise, I hope you have a great rest of your week. Make sure you stay hydrated today. Try to get a full gallon of water in for your whole entire day today. Eat a nice hearty meal and give yourself a nice pat on the back, a hug, whatever you'd like to for spending time on yourself today. Have a great day. See you next time.